Africa is an amazing place, and protecting the wildlife and habitats of this astoundingly beautiful continent is at the heart of everything we do. African Conservation Experience is one of the most experienced specialists in organizing volunteering placements at wildlife conservation projects in Africa. Our mission is to provide unforgettable and meaningful experiences for volunteers from all over the world, while supporting crucial conservation initiatives with financial contributions and practical help.
Do as little impact as possible on the wildlife that is here, but also try and benefit as much as possible by trying to make their environment, their living environment, as natural as possible as it would be. As far as the students that come to our program is concerned, they play a vital role in this by assisting us with all this and bringing in important knowledge.
We work with a wide variety of projects, from field research to wildlife rehabilitation centres, veterinary work or marine conservation. Your involvement as a volunteer can therefore take many forms, and we work with volunteers of all ages, backgrounds and abilities. And when joining a project as a volunteer, you are likely to meet people from all over the world. Project placements are usually possible for a duration of 2 weeks to 3 months and are available throughout the year, so that you can plan your involvement for a time when it fits into your life. Because of the diversity of projects, we place great importance on getting to know you and helping you choose a project that is right for you. We have a personal chat with everybody who is planning to volunteer and talk you through the opportunities and requirements of projects that you are interested in. This way you can make an informed decision about which project will be the right one for you. Volunteering in a wildlife care and rehabilitation centre, you could get up close and personal with wildlife as you nurture infant animals and participate in all the tasks associated with wildlife care. You can also choose to work alongside game rangers or wildlife researchers in one of the wildlife management and conservation projects. At these projects, you will be based out in the field, and the work is varied as each project has a distinct focus. You might track and monitor South Africa's rhinos to protect them from poachers, assist a game capture team, observe predators and elephants in the wilderness, or even patrol a reserve on horseback. If you join the wildlife veterinary experience, you will shadow a wildlife veterinarian and assist him with his cases.
What can you tell me about the breeding?
She was at 20 last time, like something.
But does it look a bit more regular than
She's picked up a little bit.
Leaving the bush behind, marine conservation projects carry out vital work in protecting Africa's marine life. You'll be involved in monitoring key species like dolphins, whales and turtles, and help with community outreach work. If you prefer to get some knowledge under your belt before joining any of the projects, you can also join one of the wildlife courses we run on a regular basis.
So when he got down there, he was in a bit of a rush to get there, so quills come up and you can't see it. But this guy, he's as chilled as ever. See the quills going down here, and there's quill drag marks just by his tracks. Okay.
Regardless of which option you choose, each experience will take you to stunningly beautiful places, and your time there will be an opportunity to learn a vast amount about this amazing country and the wildlife that inhabits it. Your placement will be challenging, as you sometimes feel pushed out of your comfort zone or struggle to absorb the wealth of information and impressions you are exposed to. Project locations can be remote, offering little opportunity to stay in touch with friends and loved ones back home. You will, however, always be supported by the ACE Ground Operations Manager in South Africa, the local project coordinators and our office teams. We pride ourselves on an exceptionally high level of support, from helping you with your travel arrangements to Africa, to meeting you upon arrival, being available for any problems and questions you have during your stay, and seeing you safely off at the end of your experience. The main source of support and friendship, however, is likely to be from your fellow volunteers. The spirit of community at the project is one of the highlights of a placement, and many volunteers make lifelong friends during their time in Africa. You'll share the conservation work, daily camp chores, and the experience of discovering Africa together. While the work can be challenging, with early starts and long days, it is important to us that you enjoy your experience, and there will always be opportunities for socializing and fun.
There's so many changes that people walk away with, too many to mention. And I think the only thing that I could say is to come out here and experience it for yourself and see how you would want to change and how you do change. Because that's essentially what will happen.